Hi, I'm Aditi and welcome back. So I hope you're doing well. Today is January 30th and I have a plan. So we have 2 more days left in January and I am planning to finish a book. Yeah, an entire book in 2 days. That is a bit hard for me because I'm a slow reader and I don't like to rush while reading. I take my time, I try to get in the plot, I try to feel everything the writer is trying to say. So finishing a book in 2 days is a bit tough for me, but I want to do this today. And I am actually getting ready to, but I don't know if I will go outside. If I go outside, I'll take my Kindle and I'll read outside, but my main plan is to stay inside and to read. I have finished only one book this year and I am in between two books right now, and the book I will be reading for this video is a thriller, mystery thriller kind of book. And let me show you which book I'm reading actually. I have everything here. Why do I have everything here? I don't know, but oh, okay. My Kindle's battery is also low, so I'll probably plug it in and then I'll make some coffee and I'll just get ready and then I'll start reading. So this is the book I'm reading right now. I'll be reading today, and that is Pines by Blake Crouch. I'll tell you about the book, but I'll be making my coffee. I'm 28% in the book. I started this book maybe in the beginning of January, but I like this book and I knew that I'll be in a reading slump this month because there's a lot going on this month and I wanted to keep this book for I'll be in a complete slump, and I think the time has come. We are starting a slump-free book for this video. I like lipsticks, but lips are pretty sensitive, so the lipstick I'm using right now is Rare Beauty. I think it's the shade Fearless. Yeah, and this is very nice. So let's go make our, let me tell you about what I did this whole month. Okay, so I started one book, I finished that. I started another book. I am about 50% into that book, and that was a big book, so I kind of left that right now because I'm not in a mood to read a big book. I want something light and something short. And then I started this Pines by Blake Crouch, and also I'm reading a non-fiction book that is Tuesdays with Mori, and I'm loving that. But because I'm loving that and it is a non-fiction book, that's why I'm taking my time. I think whenever I read a non-fiction book, I take my time because I think non-fiction books are the books where you can reflect on many things, and to reflect on something you definitely need your time, and that's what I'm taking with that. So that book, all my non-fiction books are not on my target list. I probably tried to finish one non-fiction book a month, but I'm not doing that because I feel like I will take my time with that. And everything is going right now, I feel like the reading is kind of a hobby or a safe space for me, so I don't want to rush in that also because everything else is already quite rushing. Everything is going on super fast and everything is changing very fast, so let's just keep my hobby a bit still. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that means I'm in between 3 books. Wow. The non-fiction book I'm actually reading every day. Even if that is 1 page, I will read that. I already started the Pines. I'm trying to finish that thriller to get me out of this reading slump. So come on, let's go. So slight changes in plan. We're not making a coffee, we're making a smoothie, an avocado smoothie, because I didn't have my lunch and I need to eat something and I don't want to eat anything. So let's make a smoothie and talk about my current read. So as I told you that I am reading the Pines by Blake Crouch. So I just realized that I don't have an avocado. So we're not making a smoothie anymore. Okay, so let's talk about the book first and then think about what I'm gonna drink. So it basically starts with a character who has gone through an accident and he has forgot everything. So he doesn't remember his name, he doesn't remember anything, and he's also like, he thinks that what if he is a criminal or something, and didn't try to go for a police officer or any hospital, but at the end he does end up in a hospital, and one thing leads to another, and he gets to know that he is a special agent, and he remembers that he was there to find out two other special agents who disappeared in this town. And very strangely, whenever he's trying to get out of this town, something happens and he can't. That is very creepy. That's basically the setup. And the town they are in is called Wayward Pines, and it's really strange that two other officers also disappeared here, and now he is also dragged here, and he got into an accident and now he can't get out of here. And the strange point is he doesn't have his any sort of ID with him. He doesn't have any money with him because allegedly he lost all of this in the car crash, and the sheriff does have them, but he didn't still delivered it to him. So I don't know if the sheriff or the whole town is behind everything, and this is like very suspicious. And from the very first page, it's suspicious, it's mysterious. We don't know what's happening, and we do want to know what's happening, right? So that is why I picked up this book to get out of my reading slump, because this is a strange book where everything is a mystery, and we are all trying to figure out if what is happening. And this is the kind of book I think that is best to read when you're in a slump. And it is actually a trilogy. It also has two more books. So let me finish this one first and see if this is going to be a hit or a miss. So I'm starting the book from chapter 4. I have already read the first 3 chapters, and today I'm starting it from chapter 4. It's a 300 pages long book, and I'm starting from page 70. So I hope I can finish it by today, but I do have other plans because my husband just said that we have to go outside and I can read later. So I hope I can finish it by today, but if not, then we always have tomorrow. Hi, so welcome back to the next day. So yes, yesterday I did went outside, and yesterday was a very sunny day. After a very long time it was sunny, so we went out for a drive and just enjoyed the sunlight after a very long time. So I did end up reading The Wayward Pines, and I am into 42% right now. I'm in chapter 6 right now. The last time I dropped the book at like 20%, so I read quite a lot yesterday, and I think we are still not getting into the story, but I think we are getting a lot more perspectives, and we are meeting a lot of new people. We got to know about a new doctor who is a psychologist, who was like talking to Ethan and telling some stuffs about him that were very personal about his last mission. So that was strange, like how does he know about all of this stuff? That's strange. And then there's another character, that is the Sheriff Pope. I hate him. I don't know why, but I hate that character. Sheriff, he is like behaving really rudely with him, and he is not even letting him make a call when Ethan was in the sheriff's office, and he does try to flee from that town. He steals a car and he tries to flee from the town, but he couldn't actually get out of the town. It was like a loop. Whenever he's getting out of the town, there's a mist or fog everywhere, and back to the town. In between this story, we also get to know the wife of Ethan. From her point of view, we saw that it has been 1 year that Ethan has gone missing after going into the wayward, and it's very strange because they couldn't even find a body and anything. So she, along with her and Ethan's friend, they were like having a last reminiscing our Ethan's memory. But it was really strange because from her point of view it has been 1 year and Ethan has been missing since he went to Wayward Pines, and his boss also came to meet his wife, and there they were talking like, oh, the car where the accident happened, Ethan went completely missing. On that point they couldn't find any like mark of Ethan. It was like he was never there. So it's very strange. We haven't had any other Teresa's, like the wife's POV anymore, but let's see. Let's read and see what happens next. So I did end up pausing my book a little bit to try out my new alcohol markers. Let me show you the picture Joshua and me drew yesterday, and that is this. So this is nothing special, nothing beautiful or anything. This is just the picture of the store where we bought our markers and sketchbooks and stuff, and at the parking lot we thought why not draw this moment because it was kind of sudden plan. So this is the memory of us buying markers and sketchbooks randomly. So right now I'm trying out the green shades. I don't know why, but I thought let's try out the green shades. I'm trying to draw some matcha tea and stuff. So let me talk about the book and while I'm drawing. So I am about 60% into the book, and right now the story is picking up so good. At the beginning of the chapter 6, we saw that someone named David Peacher came to meet Teresa, and he told that he knows where her husband Ethan is, and then cut back to Ethan's story where he was caught by the sheriff Pope, and now he was into the hospital where they were trying to do a brain surgery without his consent. Now somebody came and saved him, and right now they from her he got to know about some of the strange stories about the city, and I feel like it's getting really strange right now. I don't know how he's gonna escape and all, but I think the story is right now picking up. Right now I'm just taking a small break because I want to try out this sketchbook and the markers, and I was really excited about it. That's why I'm taking a break. But I think the book is now catching up and some interesting stuffs are happening. I do have some conspiracy theories in my mind, but I don't think they are going to match with the actual story. I think this is like if you have seen Stranger Things, I think this is like Stranger Things. This is like the upside down world, except it's not in upside down, it is the actual world, but everything is like happening pretty absurd things are happening, and the people there are actually like the Demogorgons. I mean, they are like controlled by that Dr. Jenkins and his staff. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but let me focus on my drawing right now, and I will get back to the book right after that. I'm done. I have finally finished Pines, and wow, what a roller coaster of a thriller it was. So I am guilty. I did put off the book for a bit, but after that, when I picked it up at the last point, it was like insane. I could not put it down. It did not slow, the story did not slow down at all. So once Ethan escaped from that hospital, actually from that point, the story just kept escalating. So now that I've finished the book, I will tell you a bit in very short what happened in the end part. From the last point on, Ethan just kept running for his life, constantly being chased by the people of Pines who were trying to kill him or torture him in pretty brutal ways. They did find him sometimes, and he did fight them back, but all that interaction was pretty brutal. And in between all of this, he did get separated from the person who helped him to escape from that crazy hospital, and he kept running. There was a portion of time where he was completely naked. He didn't have shoes, he didn't have clothes, and he was running. And there was another point where he was like he was crossing a river kind of thing. He was totally exhausted. But luckily at a point he does reach like something like a electrical fence that was pretty long, and he thought that was the point. Like if he could cross that fence, he would be out of this town for good. But something else, something inhuman, something that is not an animal, something pretty horrifying was waiting for him there. He somehow manages to escape from that as well, and then he finally meets the person who is behind all of this and also gets reunited with his family. After that, I thought that the story would like end in some of the point, but something else happened there. Like, I won't tell you about that, but he does realizes that there was no real escape from that town, and survival there is just crazy. If you want to survive there, you need to let your freedom go. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the book ended in somewhere very crazy. But I think Blake Crouch's writing is very relentless, and the tension was always top-notch throughout the book, from the first chapter to the ending, and the reveals come so fast that you barely have any time to actually reflect on them. I genuinely loved it, and the thing I loved about the book is that it hooked me from the very first chapter, and somehow it managed to keep the mystery alive till the end of the book. So I think I picked up the right book to get out of my reading slump. If you also want to read a story that is a mystery, that story turns into something like a sci-fi and keeps the question alive till the end, then Pines is definitely the one for you. Also, if you have read this book, let me know, what did you think about all the twists, especially the final one? Tell me, what did you think about my video, like my reactions? Oh my god, I had some conspiracy theories that did not match at all. I mean, I think it did not match at all, and then I had some crazy reactions. I did not document all of it, but the things I have documented, I think I had crazy reactions, and I really want to know if you liked it, like this video or not. If you liked it, thank you, and I think we'll talk again very soon. Bye.